they're going to have a look at the morning's papers now. We're joined by businesswoman and former Apprentice contestant Katie Hopkins. We're going to find out what's caught her eye this morning, but let's just quickly whiz you through the front pages. The Guardian has this: face up to new reality on the deficit. Miliband tells Labour. We're looking at, later on in Daybreak, actually, at Labour's leadership and the questions within the party have been asked about that. I say Ed Miliband's leadership, I should say. And look, there we go. We have Tom Daley and Boris Johnson. They're diving, not dressed as you were, because you did a bit of kind of diving with Tom Daley,
I dived with Tom Daley.
Suit on, just looking on, not getting involved at all. Not good enough.
Yeah, I had my beach shorts on when I did it.
Yes, and a T-shirt, I remember. He wouldn't take his top off. We were all very cross. Daily Telegraph, nurses are losing their sense of compassion. This is a report by the NHS Future Forum saying that basic skills and compassion, and even a desire to want to do the job, just hasn't seemed to be there in many nurses. I'm sure there's many others that would take great umbrage at that. And there you go, Anthony Warren-Thompson apologising for shoplifting, and that story on the front page of The Sun with a bit of a comic twist to the headline, I've been Edam full. He admits doing it and says he doesn't know why. My shoplifting shame is what the Daily Express has to say there, and we are going to be talking about why people do shoplift in this way when they perhaps have money to buy the products. It's not just about money. A little bit later in the programme.
A couple of others very quickly then. There's the front page of the Daily Mail this morning. On the sick in the sunshine, a story that some 10,000 British immigrants are enjoying life in the sunshine on sickness benefits up to £93 a week. And there's the front page of the Mirror. Take me out for £50 an hour. It's an exclusive story, they say, about a contestant appearing on the ITV show Take Me Out. I won't go into any more details. Katie, what has caught your eye this morning?
Well, in the Telegraph, we've got a thing about Ofsted is going to punish nurseries that doesn't get its children to play nicely. So it's this idea it's going to cut back on administration and make it much more about getting children to learn to share and take turns, to appreciate the needs of other boys and girls and to play nicely. So that's what Ofsted's going to be.
That already?
Well, Ofsted are going to sort of change the emphasis so that nurseries are much more focused on those sort of core skills, so that when they go up to big school, as it were, at the age of 4 and 5, they're much more prepared to go and engage with other children and not bash them on the head.
Your kids need that. Are you welcoming these?
Well,
moves?
I do welcome these types of moves because I do think some nurseries are just used as a general parking lot by parents. They shove them in there like a car park. They pay the meter for the day and that's as much as they ask from the nursery. And I think
on the other extreme, they're being coached to do, you know, to sort of perhaps...
Violin.
Yes, exactly, too much the other way.
Multilingual, yes, many things. Whereas actually we just need our kids to be fairly reasonable, to be fairly cooperative and fairly able to engage with other kids. That's pretty much what we're asking for.
And from youngsters to a pensioner, there's a nice story that's...
Supergram. Yes, Beryl. I do love the name Beryl. I think it's a shame we don't have more Beryls,
Do you know, it's
actually.
not come back. There's a lot of ones that are like
We've
Ruby
got Matildas,
yes,
we've got Rubies, but no
Let's
Beryls.
bring back Beryl.
I
I'm going to
know.
start the campaign now.
I agree.
Well, maybe
Godmother called Beryl, so there we go.
I think Beryls will be back with the middle classes very soon. But anyway, she has 48 grandchildren, 73 great-grandchildren and 5 great-great-grandchildren. So a massive family. And they got together recently and there were 126 of them that attended her birthday.
Can we have a look at that? That's a wonderful picture. Look at that. Yeah, the size of that family.
That's just
well done, Beryl.
Yes, good on you.
Super grand, nice
one. Does make the idea of the family popping round for tea a slightly exhausting thought, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I do wonder about, you know, what happens when you get very old and the amount that your family does grow. But anyway, that's just my view. And hand-me-downs, my lady. This is about the series Downton Abbey and the fact that some of the dresses that were worn in that series were actually hand-me-down from other series. So, for example, one of the dresses worn was actually worn by Catherine Zeta-Jones in the film Death-Defying Acts, for example.
I think that's quite fun.
So they were actually hand-me-downs from other movies. And, you know, in magazines when they say, who looked better in this dress? I rather like the idea that people can play that game now.
When they go to the cinema as well.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's wonderful. They're often the unsung heroes, aren't they? Those that put the costumes, do the costumes designers, especially those period dramas. Yeah, absolutely. Katie, thanks so much indeed. We'll see you a little bit later on.
Of course.
Let's check on the weather. Here's Kirsty.
Hello there. It hasn't felt like January over the past week while. The next couple of days still looking cloudy and mild, but by the time we get to the end of the week, it's going to be a very different story. It is turning colder, hopefully some sunshine as well. I've got my fingers crossed for quite a nice start to the weekend. But today, well, you can see temperatures are still on the mild side, around say 10 to 13 Celsius, and the map fairly yellowy colour, but we're going to see more blues and greens coming in as we bring in colder air from the north. By the end of the week, by Saturday, 3 to 5 Celsius across the UK, so about 7 or 8 degrees colder than it is today, and also a couple of degrees below the average. So we are going to see what will feel a little bit more like January by the time we get to the weekend. This morning, again, it's another cloudy start though for many of us, and it's still very mild. We do have some rain around the very far northwest, Northwest Highlands, northern and western Isles of Scotland. That's where we're going to see more rain throughout the day today. A little bit of patchy rain and drizzle maybe for the hills of southern Scotland, northwest England and North Wales. Otherwise, the further south and east you are, you may see some occasional glimmers of brightness, and that hopefully will continue into the afternoon. Further north though, that rain will turn heavier this afternoon, especially across the northwest of Scotland. Now in terms of temperatures today, it is looking mild. We're looking at highs around say 8 to 11 in the north, maybe 11 to 13 further south. Overnight tonight, that rain in the northwest eases away. We keep the patchy light rain going across parts of southern Scotland, Northern Ireland, northwest England and northern parts of Wales. Otherwise, I think just fairly cloudy. Overnight lows around say 3 in Shetland to 9 in Cardiff. Tomorrow, well, more rain to come again in the northwest of Scotland. Otherwise, not too bad. Here's the summary. Find out what's in store for the next 5 days on our website, itv.com/daybreak.
In the next half hour, it's decision day for the high-speed London to Birmingham rail link. The government's expected to give the formal go-ahead for the £32 billion route. But is it what our country needs?